Picture this: Jay-Z, J-Lo, Leonardo DiCaprio, LeBron James, and Usher. Big names, but they were just the tip of the iceberg. The glitz of Hollywood hides a darker side, and now for the first time the veil is being lifted. The FBI has obtained exclusive footage from P. Diddy's notorious private parties, and the guest list reads like a who's who of the entertainment world. But what went down behind closed doors? Rumors of wild antics, sexual debauchery, and scandalous behavior have circulated for years, but never with this kind of proof. Is Diddy the thread that could unravel a much bigger, more sinister network? With names like Beyoncé, Drake, and Justin Bieber now implicated, the entire music industry is on edge. But before we continue, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any updates. This is just the beginning. The real question is, how far will these powerful figures go to keep their secrets buried? Stay tuned as we dive deep into Hollywood's latest scandal, one that could shake the industry to its core. Jay-Z, J-Lo, Leonardo DiCaprio, Cuba Gooding Jr., Young Miami, LeBron James, Kevin Hart, and Usher, along with several industry execs and mystery figures, are all tied to this explosive story. Over the course of September, Hollywood has become deeply implicated as the FBI pulls the thread that could unravel it all, with Diddy at the center. But what does it mean for him when such powerful people will do anything to avoid losing everything? Let's explore who made it onto the FBI's leaked guest list. The story of Diddy's freak-off parties begins with the man himself, Sean Combs, better known as Diddy. A titan in the music industry, Diddy has built an empire spanning music, fashion, and entertainment. Known for his extravagant lifestyle, he has always been a magnet for media attention. However, it's his notorious parties that have now thrust him into the spotlight in a way few could have anticipated. The origins of these parties are murky, but they are believed to have started in the early 2000s. These exclusive gatherings quickly gained a reputation for secrecy, held in the most luxurious locations, from private islands to lavish mansions. Attendees included a select group of high-profile celebrities, musicians, and industry insiders. What set these parties apart was their air of exclusivity, reinforced by the non-disclosure agreements guests were required to sign, ensuring what happened at the parties remained private. This veil of secrecy only fueled speculation, with whispers of wild antics and scandalous behavior becoming legendary. Over the years, Diddy's parties became symbolic of his extravagant lifestyle and ability to draw the biggest names in entertainment. The guest list was a who's who of Hollywood and the music world, and receiving an invitation became a mark of status and privilege. For a long time, details about the secretive freak-off parties were hard to find, adding to their mystery. People who went rarely talked about their experiences. That changed when the FBI got hold of a leaked guest list from one of these parties. The list included big names like Beyoncé, Jay-Z, Drake, Stevie J, Dr. Dre, The Game, Lil Rod, Chris Brown, LeBron James, Meek Mill, Bishop T.D. Jakes, Rick Ross, Justin Bieber, Usher, Cuba Gooding Jr., and Russell Simmons. The leak quickly went viral, capturing public interest and filling the news. The fact that so many famous people were involved made people even more curious about what went on at these exclusive gatherings. The leaked list marked a turning point, bringing the freak-off parties into the spotlight. As the story spread, more details about the events and attendees began to surface. Before this list, another set of names became public when Lil Rod sued Diddy earlier this year. That list included celebrities close to Diddy, such as Cuba Gooding Jr., Ashton Kutcher, and Usher. Cuba Gooding Jr.'s name appeared multiple times in a 73-page legal document, 21 times to be exact. Lil Rod claimed that Diddy had been grooming him to introduce him to other people, which led to an encounter with Cuba Gooding Jr. on Diddy's yacht. During this meeting, Diddy told Cuba to get to know Lil Rod better and left them alone in a studio space on the yacht. While they were alone, Cuba Gooding Jr. allegedly began touching Lil Rod inappropriately, including his legs, inner thighs, back, and shoulders. Lil Rod, feeling uncomfortable, tried to move away, but Cuba didn't stop until Lil Rod had to push him away. Another famous guest whose name came up was Usher, who, according to reports, was exposed to Diddy's behavior at a young age. Diddy treated Usher like a younger brother, and Usher once shared in an interview with Howard Stern that he had been introduced to Diddy's wild lifestyle when he was just 14 years old.
Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even.
In a different clip with Diddy, Usher, and comedian Kevin Hart, Diddy slips up and unintentionally mentions that he and Usher frequently wake up in the same bed, possibly suggesting a connection to their past wild parties together.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn some.
A number of previous participants have come forward to describe their encounters, shedding light on the lavish indulgence and depravity that are the hallmarks of the freak-off gatherings.
Victims who we likely won't know the identities of.
Diddy, who is currently being held in a jail in Brooklyn, is dealing with even more legal problems. In a recent interview, singer and songwriter Jaguar Wright, known for her bold and often controversial opinions, made a surprising claim. She said that Diddy sold a shocking and explicit video on the dark web for a massive $500 million. This news has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, leaving many people stunned.
And they want how to do nudity and wild Art Deco cum shots and glitter.
Wright explains that a shocking video involving famous celebrities was allegedly sold on the dark web, which is a secret part of the internet often used for illegal activities. This sale has raised serious concerns, making people wonder just how far Diddy might go to protect or grow his wealth in the future.
Oh, wow.
Wright's claims have created a huge wave of attention online and in Hollywood. She has alleged that a video involves some of the biggest stars in the entertainment world, including Justin Bieber, Usher, Chris Brown, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, and Drake. With these famous names supposedly linked to what are being called freak-off parties, the question arises, what exactly happens at Diddy's so-called freak-off parties? There have been reports that an adult film star has also spoken about these rumors, describing what goes on at these alleged baby oil-covered sex parties. Additionally, an ex-dancer claims she was tricked into attending one of these events by Diddy back in 1993. Diddy, also known as Sean Diddy Combs, became a major figure in the music industry when he founded Bad Boy Records. This record label quickly grew into a huge success, producing hit after hit. Diddy helped launch the careers of legendary artists like the Notorious Big, Faith Evans, and Mace. But his influence went beyond music. He became a trendsetter in fashion, culture, and lifestyle. His larger-than-life personality and successful business ventures made him a well-known name across the world. However, as his fame and empire grew, so did his reputation for throwing extravagant and exclusive parties. Now, these parties are coming under heavy scrutiny. Diddy's white parties in the Hamptons became legendary. They were seen as the height of luxury, attracting top celebrities, models, and influencers. Guests were dressed in all white, enjoying champagne and dancing through the night. However, behind the glamour and fun, there were whispers of more secretive private gatherings known as freak-off parties. These events were highly exclusive, with only a few invited guests, and rumors swirled about what really went on behind closed doors. The name freak-off suggests extreme sexual activity, and these parties were described as wild events, often involving multiple people in complicated setups. The allegations about Diddy suggest that these parties involved power, sex, and manipulation in disturbing ways. One of the most shocking stories comes from Rachel Kennedy, a former topless dancer, who said she was tricked into attending one of these parties. She explained that she was invited to Diddy's hotel room for what she thought was a regular party. However, when she got there, it quickly became clear that this was not a typical party. He was talking to me and asked if I wanted to join him and my friends for a party back at his hotel, Kennedy recalled. But when they arrived, it was only Diddy, wearing a robe and holding a bottle of champagne. She immediately felt uncomfortable. The night became even more troubling when cocaine was introduced into the mix. Kennedy said Diddy didn't use the cocaine, but instead claimed that he only smoked weed at the time. The whole situation felt strange to her, especially when Diddy started showing them music videos of his then-girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez. Kennedy remembered thinking how bizarre it was that he was playing videos of his girlfriend while they were all in his hotel room. Things got even worse when Diddy invited Kennedy and one of her friends into his bedroom, where they began engaging in sexual activity. But suddenly, Diddy's head of security entered the room, causing the situation to escalate. Kennedy felt as though the security guard's entrance was planned and questioned how he could have walked in at such a private moment. The bodyguard became aggressive, trying to force them out of the room. Kennedy and her friends, fearing for their safety, left the hotel as quickly as they could. This disturbing experience was just one of many similar stories that began to emerge. It became clear that Kennedy's experience was not an isolated incident. Soon after, federal prosecutors began investigating Diddy's actions, accusing him of using his power and status to manipulate women into attending these parties, and then covering up his actions. Diddy was charged with serious crimes, including racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and prostitution-related offenses. At the heart of these charges were the freak-off parties, which were described as elaborate sexual performances that Diddy allegedly organized and even recorded. The indictment against Diddy described how he set up these parties to satisfy his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and hide his wrongdoings. One of the most shocking accusations came from his ex-girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie Ventura. In her lawsuit, Cassie accused Diddy of raping and physically abusing her over a period that spanned from 2005 to 2018. She claimed that Diddy had trafficked, raped, and violently abused her during their relationship. Diddy denied these claims but settled the lawsuit within 24 hours of it being filed. Cassie's lawsuit provided more insight into the freak-off parties. She described how Diddy would supply drugs like ecstasy and ketamine to the women at these parties to keep them energized. Cassie said that Diddy forced her to wear lingerie and participate in humiliating acts at these events. His control over her even extended to minor details, such as dictating what color nail polish she should wear during the parties. Diddy's team helped organize the freak-off parties, ensuring that they had everything needed. After these long, drug-fueled nights, Diddy and the other attendees would reportedly receive IV fluids to help them recover from the physical and mental toll. During an investigation, authorities searched Diddy's homes and discovered over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. They also found firearms with serial numbers scratched off, raising even more questions about Diddy's actions. These allegations didn't just impact Diddy's personal reputation, they also sent shockwaves through the music industry. As the investigation progressed, federal prosecutors hinted that other influential figures in the industry might be involved in these parties, or at least aware of what was happening. This sparked rumors and concerns among the industry's elite, with many fearing that more secrets could come to light if the investigation continued. As Diddy's legal troubles unfolded, he pleaded not guilty to the charges and was placed on suicide watch in a Brooklyn jail while awaiting trial. A judge denied his offer of $50 million for bail, showing how serious the accusations against him are. The case has drawn a lot of media attention, with each new detail shocking the public. But beyond the headlines, many are wondering if this scandal could reveal more than just Diddy's misconduct, potentially exposing a darker side of the entertainment industry. Diddy's image, once built on his business success and cultural influence, is now at risk of being forever tarnished by these serious allegations. His white parties, once seen as the epitome of luxury and success, are now overshadowed by the disturbing claims emerging from the legal proceedings. As the case moves forward, Diddy's legacy and the fate of those potentially involved in his world are uncertain. However, what is clear is that these revelations have already caused lasting damage to Diddy's reputation and raised questions about the behavior of powerful figures in the music industry. The public's view of Diddy has shifted dramatically. What was once seen as a man at the top of his game, breaking barriers and setting trends, has now become a figure embroiled in controversy and legal battles. The freak-off parties, once whispered about in secrecy, have now come to the forefront of a major investigation. The consequences of these events are still unfolding, and the potential fallout from these accusations could be far-reaching, not only for Diddy, but for others in the entertainment industry as well. As more details continue to emerge, the world is left to watch how this case will develop. The implications of these allegations are severe, and the impact they could have on both Diddy's future and the future of the music industry as a whole remains to be seen. But one thing is certain. These revelations have already made a lasting mark on the public perception of Diddy and the world of fame, power, and wealth in which he has operated for so long.